Hello there. So this video is to show you a little bit of the process to prepare for an audio recording that I do. This is for LibriVox that I'm doing, and I chose this story. This has been downloaded obviously from the Project Gutenberg, which is in the public domain. So I've already prepared this file as a PDF. And so I chose this, and this is the one I volunteered for. So what I normally do is I actually go through, I skim it and make sure that there aren't any words, like vocabulary words that I don't know, and also that I don't know how to pronounce, or that if I think I'm going to trip on, what I actually just do is I just highlight them in yellow, and I just make sure that, I've looked it up and I've made sure that I can read it. So I'm just kind of skimming it right now. So it looks like so far, those are some good words, actually. Those are some really good words. I'm kind of just skimming. And one of the reasons why I'm showing this to you is because this particular one that I chose actually happens to have voices. Like, I'm going to want to do some different voices for some of the characters. So what I also do, other than just highlighting in this area, is actually, is I actually also write a quick note down so that I don't have to think as I'm reading it in my audio of whose voices is what. So I don't know how to pronounce this. Haynes? No. Haynes's? Probably Haynes's. I'm guessing it's Haynes's. I'll have to look that up just to be sure. But that's one that I could just see right now. The rest of them, I think, so far. And obviously I'll probably end up finding some as I actually read it, but I try to just kind of really skim it. And this is a really foreordination. I think that's going to be how it's going to go. Okay, and then here, right? So this here, as you can see, there's a he here. So I know that there's somebody talking here. So I want to be able to just try and figure out, okay, who's supposed to be here? So I'm going to just change my color here because I like gray. And it says, his father had been a failure at everything he touched in early life, and now he was a hopeless invalid. See, I just tripped on that, so I'm going to obviously highlight that. Tom was an idiot. Times like these, a lump like a rock's egg would rise in the boy's throat. He had to spit hard to conquer it. Okay, so this is Tom. This looks like Tom. So I'll stick a Tom here. So I got to come up with a voice for Tom. And then obviously I just keep going. Heterogeneous, I see that one I know. And I'll actually, just things like these I will highlight, I'm going to say quote when I say that, because that doesn't read in audio if you don't say quote for certain words, like wood yard and front, quote, lawn, unquote. So I'm just going to highlight that. And I saw some early ones earlier that I probably would do as well. And this would be one of them, right? One of them's starting to talk like this reading, because I could see it's like a lot of local colloquial talk, like what'n willin'. So I'm gonna go up and go down rather and see if I can. Okay, here. So ain't, I think, and greeted. Yep. So this is probably right here. This is Aunt Molly. So that's two voices. And I love it. And this is probably, I'm going to guess, but I have to look this up too. I think this is Jerry. Looks like Jerry, not Jer. I believe it's, I'm going to, think it's Jer. And okay, I'm going to continue. This is Aunt Molly. And as you can see, I'm just taking notes down on the side because this essentially just prevents me from, thinking when I'm doing the voices. Because of course, I'll show you another trick, because obviously if I can't do it in one shot, I will separate it, but I still make the marks on here so that I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so let me see. And here it says, must thank you. Thank you. Right, this one. I'm definitely going to say, I don't know yet. And here it says, when Uncle Clem, so this is Uncle Clem. That's three voices. And I'm just counting as well. So I'm just going down. Ooh, jocosity? I don't know that one. Jocosity. Right? So these are the ones I'm going to look up later, just to make sure I say it right. I love this kind of colloquial stuff. Snorta, probably going to say snorta. And here, even though I know how to say it, because I don't want to trip on it, I just kind of highlight, you know, special words. Senorita, senorita, right? Make sure that I say that, right? And this is Uncle Clem again. And then nobody answered. This is Ma. In Luke's mind, this is Luke. This should be Luke. So Luke is probably the inner voice. I'm probably going to make that my own voice. And then Aunt Molly again. Let me make sure I pull it down better. Aunt Molly. Okay, who replies? That's Uncle Clem. But who's replying Aunt Molly? Delia, it's probably Delia, the Ma. Ma, as I can see it. Ma, I think it's Delia. And again, like, this is part of the process because essentially, and I was so naive to think that there was no process, I could just read it, but no, I should, you know, make sure I go through it so I don't have so many edits, and also so that I'm prepared. I can basically all the prep. It's like painting. You gotta prepare the walls, tape everything down, clean the area, you know, move all the furniture, just so that the painting itself can go real fast, you know. And this sounds like Aunt Molly again. And this is Ma. And this is Aunt Molly again. And this is Ma. I think it's like a ma, like for mom. That's kind of funny. Okay, and this is Delia. Delia should not be Molly. Delia's mom. And then this is Uncle Clem. And then this is Bisbee. I don't want to mess that up later. And then I am going to just slow down to say bi-weekly so that it catches on that it's actually a name of a magazine. And then this is sounding like Aunt Molly. And so you get the hang of it. So I mean there's a lot. I think there's like 7 parts in this one. So this is what I do. I just go through it. I kind of make sure that I know how to read all the words, and I skim through it, highlight, essentially. And then I also put down on the sides, you know, who's talking, so I don't get mixed up while I'm reading it, because I don't want to have to worry about that. So that little note just kind of tells me, like, who's talking. That way I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I mean, that's just a really short tip. I have a couple more coming in some separate videos. Thanks. Bye.